you doing? Fingers at Rapid Fire Wargaming. Apologies for the shaky camera if it's shaking. I'm using my arm rather than this god-awful contraption that we purchased. Top RFW budget, it's useless. Anyway, I digress. I was just packing away my Tyranids for a charity event this weekend in Gibraltar, and I thought I'd put a quick video up to talk about it, talk about Rapid Fire Wargaming, what we're doing, what's happening, the charity event and the list I'm taking. So if none of that interests you, you might want to click on one of the other videos. Watch an old battle report. We have lots of fun, you'll enjoy it. You're still here, nice. So SN and No Retreat Legends. So I do cringe a little bit at Legends because I'm going. We're a really small channel, so 1,000 subs. We appreciate all of you who have subbed. If you haven't, get on it. But this is pretty much, well, we're a wild card, they're calling it. So every year SN are going to nominate a smaller, lesser known channel to basically get them involved, to give them an opportunity to, I don't know, expose the channel to a wider audience and meet top level, top tier content, 40k content creators, to learn from them in terms of, you know, what gear do they use, where do they recommend to do certain things. So I'm really hoping to learn a lot and bring that back to try and make this channel better. Because we know the quality is not the best. A lot of channels are using, you know, a lot of good equipment. We're not really, we just use phones. We've got some lighting and we try to use mics and that, but we're still learning and we're still starting out, but it all starts somewhere, right? So we say we're 1,000 subs and each and every one of you appreciated. So yeah, we were invited as a wild card. So effectively, yeah, we're going to be on the plane, or I'm going to be on the plane representing RFW. I'm there because the other lads couldn't make it. So yeah, let's start with me. So it's a really good event because it's for charity, and anything that's for charity is good. And these charities are close to a lot of the SN guys' heart, and probably close to a lot of your hearts watching. Mental health is very important. All the details of the charities are below, along with the Just Giving page on how you can help with this. So first and foremost, it's a charity event, and hopefully it's going to be a fun time of lots of good people coming together, enjoying the hobby and giving a bit back. So yeah, I'm going to be massively out of my depth. I'm not particularly good at 40k. I will forget lots and lots and lots, but I'm just trying to, if I can remember some of the new Leviathan rules and bits and bobs and try not to forget to do secondary actions, hey, I'm in for a chance. And I'm hoping after sort of game one, I'll be down the bottom anyway, mixing it on the bottom tables, having a few beers. That's the plan. If I do get tabled early, I can go and watch some of the proper dudes play. It'd be nice to see sort of Lawrence from Tabletop Tactics and Winters and some of those guys throw some dice in person rather than via an iPhone. So yeah, that's enough of this ugly mush. I'll talk a little bit about my Tyranids in a sec. So what I love about Tyranids is the variety in terms of how they play. I'm used to Slanesh, which basically just clobbered people on the noggin. Admech that's just shot, and knights really. So I've played about 6 games with Nids now, and I love them. I love the fact that they're active in, you know, all the phases. You've got good amount of movement, psychic phase, you know, load of psychers. They can hold their own. You shoot in with the Hive Guard and the Exocrine and the Termagants coming in. Excuse me. And they've also got some pretty ferocious melee combat. Now, it was never intended to be a top tier army, but you know, you look and say, well, yeah, Hive Guard, they're a bit cheesy. Zoanthropes are good, but what you want to try and do, or what we try and do, is have lists that aren't going to get stomped every week, because although it's great to have fun, fluffy lists, you're then kind of limited because you want good, fun games. So we'll be saying, right, I want to play an army this week, and then you've got to find one of the other RFW lads to bring their army, and it gets a little bit one-dimensional. So we're trying to RFW have armies that can actually be quite good, but generally we've not supercharged them. We're not just meta hunting the internet to find what happens to do well in the last list. So yeah, I've tried to do that here really. The Leviathan Octarius supplement came out the Saturday that the lists closed, so I had a few hours really to digest that, really, no pun intended, to digest those rules and understand how it would change the list. Now, it was never going to change any models in the list. Obviously, wouldn't have any time, plus I wouldn't want to be chasing rules. This is the list I run, 2,000 points. So it was really what warlord traits, getting my head around synaptic links and applying those to the relevant units and going from there really. So yeah, very quick run through, not in terms of organisation or anything like that, just literally in order. So I've got the Swarm Lord, no changes there. Hoping he's going to get really good in the new codex because he's such a cool model, and in the fluff he's like a destroyer of civilizations and worlds, so he should that should be represented really. Pretty useful for slinging the Dimicarian up the table with that move twice or move in the shooting phase. Trigun, again, fantastic looking model, not very effective for me, tends to come in and get killed quite quickly. Not having an invuln is a problem these days with all the high damage weapons. Dimicarian, pretty much know all about him, I'm sure. I do give him Murderous Size as an adaptation because I think it's quite funny because it makes him even more killy. The Hive Tyrant, which is one of the first models that I've got some Leviathan changes to, so I've given him the artifact which is -1 to wound, which should help him stay alive a bit more, and he's also got a warlord trait which I think is Hive Commander or something like that. It lets him nominate a unit within 6 and give 4 rerolls to hit, which is quite handy, isn't it, lads? So it's pretty cool. Exocrine, however you want to pronounce it. I love this model. It's probably my favourite model. It just looks mean. Yeah, you probably know all about him. Again, no changes through the Leviathan Codex. Warriors, good old warriors. Loadout, I think it's a bit iffy, so I built them and then looked at what's the best weapons, which is obviously really sensible. But yeah, if Tommy Danvers is watching, that is a Blood Angel head being cut off and that's his spinal column. Don't hate me, Danvers. What these have got now is a synaptic link, which is pretty cool because you can nominate a unit within synapse range and give them +1 to hit, and you can daisy chain those across the board. So again, that's pretty useful to make, say, Hive Guards hitting on 2s, re-rolling with the Hive Tyrant Warlord trait. Zoanthropes, I love this unit. I think they're really good. If you're a Nid player or experienced Warhammer player, you'll know all about them, but with a 3-up invuln and their Super Smite, they've now got a synaptic link as well, which for 15 points gives them 3d6 and discard a dice. So that Super Smite, which is obviously pretty nasty anyway, with these guys, it gets yeah, crazy good, and with 3d6 you've got a higher chance of getting it. So it'd be like d6 +3, which is well handy, plus the Smite as well, or the Psychic Scream, should I say. Just a unit of Homogorts to try and do actions, and a unit of 20 Termagants. So I think these are pretty cool now as well. Certainly if the Hive Guard get tagged or can't shoot twice, these have got potentially 120 shots. I don't know how I'd get it to work because they need to be on the board to get the benefit of the re-rolled aura and the +1 to hit. And obviously they wouldn't be able to do that if they come in Deep Strike or through the Trigun's tunnel, so to speak. But yeah, still 60 shots, pretty nice. And if I do spend a few CP, I get 120 shots. So yeah, not bad. So yeah, it's 2,000 points. Expectations are just to have a laugh, really, make some friends, enjoy it, have a few beers, and yeah, see how they get on. If I win one game, I'll be delighted, but as long as all the games are good fun, that's all that matters, really. Just one thing I did forget to mention on the Hive Tyrant, I have given him an additional Warlord trait, which allows him now to redeploy 2 units after deployment, but before the first battle round, which could be really good, I'm hoping, just for a bit of tactical flexibility. If you maybe put some nasty boys up front, hoping for first turn, then if you don't get it, maybe move them behind cover or obscure him, whatever it might be. So yeah, some cool things. Certainly if you're a Nids player, obviously I don't like the fact you're forced into Leviathan to get the good stuff, but I know, well, we're probably not going to get a codex for a while, so it's worth doing. That's pretty much it, really. So yeah, I'll be flying out tomorrow. I'll try and get some posts up on Instagram and streams and whatnot, not streams, reels over the next few days, let you know how we get on, and hopefully we'll be filming some battle reports with RFW pretty soon. Take care.